Hey there. I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited about STEAM class today because we're going to take our Scratch Maze game and make it, or at least make it, the start of a real game. So we've got our three backdrops, right? The three backdrops should be in place. We've got the start backdrop, the maze level backdrop, and the end backdrop. Those should be in place. And then our four sprites. We got the start button sprite, player sprite, four costumes, the goal sprite, and your start button sprite, your restart button sprite. All four of those sprites should be all set up, ready to go. So that's good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to add some code. In my class, we're going to work on start screen backdrop appears when the flag is clicked. That's not too difficult. We can do that. When the start button is clicked, start backdrop switches to maze backdrop. Start button hides. It's a second little chunk there. And then player and goal sprite appear when the maze backdrop is shown. Those three things we're going to work on in my class, and then in Mr. Kizuka's class, you're going to work on player sprite moves with the arrow keys, changes to the appropriate costume. So we've got basically the beginning of this game coming into the code that we're going to write today. So that's good stuff. Let's get right to it. We're going to go to Scratch, and if you're not signed in, click the sign in button. Username and password. Your username should be something like what you see here. We see the number 3, my section number. I have all sections, but we'll say it's 3. Then the first 3 letters of my last name, first letter of my first name, SVMS. Some of you only have SV there. Either way, that's fine. And then your password should be the same password that you use to log on to your Chromebook. If you're having trouble with username and password, make sure you get in touch with Mr. Emerson or Mr. Kizuka. We'll help you get yourself logged in. Once I'm signed in, I go here, and this is what my sign-in screen should look like. I'm going to go to the My Stuff folder, the little folder right next to my login name, and that will bring me to this list of all the programs that I've got, right? The one we're working on right now is this maze game, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on the See Inside button to save another step, right? See Inside is what I ultimately want to do. I want to work on that code. So once I've clicked See Inside, and once that program loads up, here I am. Now, right now, I've got my start button sprite selected. And I do want to write some code for my start button sprite. The first code that I want to write is actually for my backdrop. So I'm going to click on stage here. And you can see I'm still in code. So what I want to do is I want to do something very simple. I want to go to events, and I want to click the when flag is clicked. Now, this is going to be the only flag clicked event in our entire code, right? Because we're going to run everything else off of other events. And the reason for that is something that we'll reveal a little bit later. But this is pretty important. We just want one when flag is clicked. And that's going to help control the flow of everything else in our game. So when that flag is clicked, what do we want to happen? Well, we want to go to our start screen when the flag is clicked. So if I go to looks, and I can switch backdrop to, and that switch backdrop to should be, I want to go to my start screen, right? So when the flag is clicked, I'm going to go to my start screen. Now, let's make it, let's test that out, see if it's going to work. So here I am at my maze screen, right? I go to my code. If I click the flag, I go to the start screen, which is a good sign. So this is a great place to save. I'm going to click the Save Now button, save that project where it is, and in the next video, we'll look at that next step we're taking.